So, guys, if you didn't watch the previous video, this is Aaron he just came over here. He's in the Sandbox. He came from America, and he's been hanging out over here. And I wanted to ask him today, what is there to do in Phuket right now? Since you've been there in the Sandbox, what have you found that you can do?
Okay, well, I mean, there's the obvious, go to the beach. I mean, yeah, it's monsoon season, get some rain in the morning, maybe a little rain in the afternoon here and there, but really haven't been rained out an entire time, at least not down in Rawai. I've heard otherwise, maybe in Patong or something, but it's been pretty good down here for the last few weeks. So that's what I've been doing. I go to the beach. If the water looks clear, it's a nice day, I'll go take a swim. I've been trying to do a little exercise, get some steps in. So I've been down Naharn Lake, making laps around the lake. So, that's just part of helping me relax. But for activities, I've been, going shopping, because there's lots of shops down here in Rawai, going poking around, eating too much, way too much eating, way too much going to, in and out of anywhere I can, any little place to have a snack or any little street food spot. I just want to grab something and check it out. And, having some roti at night, just eating too much. But as for like activities, I actually have been visiting a bunch of the temples because I kind of have a hit list of places when I'm around the country or Southeast Asia in general. I like to go and take pictures of some temples and things. And I figured this is the perfect time for me to do it in Phuket because there won't be as many people. There's less traffic for me to get there. I'm not so apprehensive of riding 30K on a motorbike when there's not as much traffic going on.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to, while you're talking right now, I'm going to show the pictures of you that took at the Big Buddha when you were like the only one there.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I mean, I take the opportunity to get out to all these places because I think if it was normal traffic going through Phuket town or whatever, or Patong, I'm not as excited about riding a motorbike through all that, and it's a little stressful, right? But it's pretty light, so I made some long rides. I mean, I rode all the way past Phuket town, all the way up to a temple, and like Chong Talay area in between. And yeah, to be honest with you, I've hit 18 temples in Phuket in the last few weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know
that's a lot of temples.
Yeah, I didn't know there were even 18. I told one of my Thai friends that I would take 2 temples, and she's like, I live here, I've been to 2 temples. So, but yeah, it's been fun. So anyways, I've been doing that. And then I went to old Phuket town. Hadn't been there forever. Yeah. The old buildings, the old, I guess, Portuguese buildings and stuff. Go down there, and I had lunch at some little Mexican tapas place and one of the little cafes there, and wandered around the shops, and it was nice. There was activity going on, and it was really nice. So I did, and then like you said about other places, I went to Big Buddha. I've been there quite a good number of times in the past, but I figured I want to ride a motorbike up there this time because I've always either been in a friend's car or I've taken a taxi or something else. I've never taken myself up there. So I took the PCX up the hill. It wasn't tremendously early. I mean, I guess maybe 9 o'clock in the morning or something. And I was the only person on the road going up the hill. Maybe a Thai here and there.
For those of you that don't know, to get to Big Buddha, you have to go up. It's not a mountain, but it's a very, very steep incline to drive up to the Big Buddha.
Right. And a lot of people, I saw a few people exercising, trying to walk up the hill, getting some exercise, but other than that, it was pretty quiet going up there. And then a lot of those coffee or restaurants along the way were closed, but it was 9 o'clock in the morning, so I don't know how many would be open anyways. So I head up that way, and I get up to the top where the parking lot is, and high season, you go to Big Buddha, even at that time in the morning, and there's tour buses in that first lot parked there. There's cars. Yeah. That covered motorbike parking is usually full, and you got to find a spot for it. And I was just shocked. I mean, there were 0 cars, not exaggerating, 0 cars, 0 motorbikes. So that's why I sent you those pictures of that lot entirely vacant. So I knew I was going to be the only one there. And then walking in, they had a interesting, looked like a metal detector at the airport. You walk through, and they had me stand there with my hands up, and they sprayed me for 15 seconds with something, saying something, I don't know, sprayed something on me for like 15 seconds, and then I walk in, and we did a temperature check and scan app, I think, I'm not sure. And then, but they were really happy to see somebody coming through. So went through, and a few of the little, I think one of the little markets on the side was open if you want chips and a drink. And so I went and did my tourist thing. I went and took some pictures you're never ever going to get any other time, you know, standing there by yourself with not another person in your picture.
Right. The pictures of Big Buddha with nobody at it. I mean, I haven't seen photos that like what you sent or the ones that we're showing right now, but I haven't seen photos like that except for when they closed the place off to do a private photo session for their sales department.
Right, do a promo picture. Yeah, yeah. There's literally the ladies working at the front, the couple ladies working in the shop, the monks, and a bunch of monkeys, and a couple dogs, and some cats, and me.
I don't remember monkeys being there. Again, there was a lot of humans. Maybe now the monkeys are thinking, "Hey, there's nobody here. We can just hang out."
Yeah, there were a lot, and they were not afraid to wander pretty nearby. So I had to kind of keep an eye on my bag and my sunglasses and stuff. But yeah, they were fine.
All right.
So I did the whole thing, sent you those pictures, and then on the way down, they have where you can go and have a monk blessing, or you can, you know, you can make your donation or put your name on a tile or whatever. So yeah, I went in there, you know, made a donation because, you know, obviously nobody's there making any donation. So I made some donation, and the monk wanted to do a blessing. So I went over to go see him, and he was so happy to just talk to somebody else or something. So yeah, I sat down with him, and we chatted for about a half hour or something like that, just talking and stuff. So he was really happy to see someone. But it was a really nice visit.
In English, he was talking in English.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of broken. You know, we were kind of struggling with
okay.
But yeah, he was asking questions about where you're from, you know, what are you doing, you know, what's going on, you know, where you stay, and all that stuff. But we were just chatting. But it wasn't until probably I came out of there, I circled back around, and then I saw a couple come in. So I spent I don't know, an hour there completely by myself at least. And then and then somebody else finally showed up, and it was really interesting to have it all to myself, but at the same time it was really kind of sad because there's nobody there.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I mean, that's like when when anyone goes on a beach now and they take their camera and they say they have the whole beach to themselves.
Right.
Yeah. So I completely understand what you mean about going there and being amazed that you have the whole Big Buddha and every one of the staff there all to yourself.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was an interesting experience. So I'm glad I took the time to go and do it and check it out. The other thing that I did while I was here is I've never taken a boat ride in Phuket. I mean, I've done it from Krabi, going to Hong Islands, PP, blah, blah, blah. I think I've taken a ferry from here before, but I've never taken a tourist boat tour. I just have never done it, right?
You talking about a longtail boat?
No, this is a kind of a chartered boat style, you know, one of those maybe 15, 20 person dual engine, you know, outboard engine, boat. And I've never done one because I don't like group tours. I'm not into that. I don't want to stuff myself in with a bunch of strangers or whatever. So I decided I'm going to take a boat tour of this one. And it's because I've been watching, while I was at home, I was watching a zillion YouTube videos on Phuket and what's going on and blah, 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 you know, like everybody else does right before they go on vacation. And what caught my eye was some charity work that the boat company was doing. And I thought, you know, these guys are doing good work out here. And I went and checked their Facebook out, and they had a 50% promotion. And I know they don't have a lot of business going on. So I'm like, yeah, I'll rent a boat. but I didn't really think it through too much. And I'm like, wait, I'm renting a boat for myself. You know, I'm renting an entire day trip to Racha, Maitan, and Coral Island, which is fine. You know, go snorkeling and have a lunch picnic on the beach. And I didn't really think it through. And I'm like, okay. So I ended up talking to one of my buddies' girlfriend, and he's out of country, and we're all good friends. And so I ended up telling her, look, invite whoever you want. We've got this entire boat. And if you guys can get away from whatever you're doing and you want to have a day trip holiday, you know, to just unwind, relax, forget about stuff, it's all free. It's all paid. The whole thing. Just take it.
Nice.
So that's what we ended up doing. A bunch of, and I knew half the people. There was about 8 of us on the boat, 8 or 9 of us. And then then a first mate, and then like a cruise director lady. So it was a nice day. They took us out. We dodged a little bit of rain. The ladies brought they didn't want a picnic bought at, you know, from the boat. They wanted to bring their own food and eat. So but, you know, they cooked. They did their salad on the beach and everything. And it was a really nice trip. And
they made papaya salad on the beach.
Yes, they did. Because I was laughing because when they brought the transport to come pick us up in Rawai, okay, there's 8 of us in Rawai, and there was 2 cases of water. There was 4 big plastic or canvas bags with food and vegetables in it, and a Thai mortar pestle, a big red, you know, one with the. And I'm like, we're not going camping. But they brought tons of stuff with them.
Well, they probably were thinking, I can't say for sure, but they were probably thinking, we don't want some food from a vendor that's probably the lowest paid vendor. We know how we want our food, and no harm, no foul.
Exactly, because you know I told them, I said the boat tour gave us 3 options. We could buy from their picnic lunch. We can roll the dice and see what's open on which island, because it's kind of unpredictable, or just bring your own stuff. And the girl's like, no, bring our own stuff. So I'm like, okay, bring your own stuff. I'm good with that.
What people don't know is that, so the girls can bring their own stuff. I don't know if this happened on your trip, but it could happen. So the visitors on the boat can make their own food and probably feed it to the driver, the captain of the boat, and they would actually eat it, you know, because Thailand is like family style when it comes to food.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that was what was going on. I was busy taking pictures and, you know, getting video and in the water and stuff like that, because they were up there for a while. We went to, I can't remember which island we're on, but they had some picnicky kind of spaces where they already had it reserved for us for the boat. So, you know, the boat tour already had all arranged. And, you know, the guy that owned it was really nice. So, you know, gave him a little something for being so cool and helping us clean up and stuff. But, they were up there for a while, and it looked like they just built their own little restaurant there, or were going camping right there. There was just stuff completely covering the table, and they're puck going away. It was a great day. And do you mind if I plug?
Any swimming going on?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the water was so warm and so clear out there. I mean, like I said, I've never been on a boat tour off of Phuket and off of Racha Island, where, by the way, there was nobody else. There was no boats. We were the only boat out there. And you get in the water off Racha and to do some snorkeling. And so I'd say half the people went out in the water snorkeling. The other half either were not into it or afraid of water, or I'm not sure which. But I just couldn't wait. I just jump off the boat into the water.
I'd have been the guy on the boat with the beer, just watching everyone else swim in the water. Everyone thinks I'm scared of water, and I'm not. It's just I'd rather sit on the boat and watch the girls swim while I drink my beer than, I don't know, I'm just lazy when it comes to getting in the water. But I do. I mean, but people think I'm scared to swim, but no, I just am lazy.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. You know, I totally get it. But as soon as I saw that water, I kid you not, I kept looking at the first mate in the boat. I'm like, okay, engine stop yet? He's like, no, not yet. I'm like, okay, engine stop yet? He's like, no. He's like, will you shut up? Stop asking me. So as soon as he brought the engines up, I'm like, now? He's like, now. I'm in the water. Jump off the boat.
No jellyfish warning in that area. Nothing like that.
No, not in that area. I asked if there was anything to worry about, and they said no. They just said, be careful if you get into a more shallow area. Be careful, don't damage the coral, and watch the rocks. So they were very conscious of the environment that was around them, and I really appreciated that the captain and the first mate, those two dudes were all about safety, and we had, like I said, I call her the tour director, but she was coordinating our trip, and she was so happy to have a completely Thai group, except for me, and I was just, in the back shutting up. So she was so happy to have that group. But these two dudes were seriously all about safety. They were keeping their eye on everything, making sure they're safe and making sure they either had life preservers if they needed it, and where the boat was going.
You want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, I would like to. I've been watching a bunch of the videos, and it's for 5 Star Marine. And I've been watching Sean do his YouTube videos, and I saw him on some other YouTuber channel about all the food life bags they've been handing out around Phuket for the last 18 months. And,
it's called 5 Star Marine?
5 Star Marine, and they're working with One Phuket, the charitable organization One Phuket. So they're doing a bunch of good stuff, right?
Yeah,
and
I'm familiar with One Phuket, yeah.
Yeah, they're partnered up with them or whatever, and they're doing some amazing work. So I told myself, if I decide to do a boat trip, I'm going to do it with them because I like what they're doing out there. And so I did.
Awesome.